What's up, guys? Welcome back to Off the Dribble, featuring myself, Ash, and my co-host Chetan. And this is a necessary episode to record. It's finally time. It's March, the best time in sports, and Selection Sunday was yesterday, and we all found out the brackets that we'll be
Mhm.
filling out. And we decided that we'll discuss the bracket. I think the way we wanted to do it was we'll just go over a few of the first and second round upsets that we have, or like intriguing matchups that we see. And after that, we'll give you guys both of our Sweet 16s and we'll progress upwards on our brackets from there.
Yeah.
So we'll just run through the few upsets and then until it feels like we're running on, then we'll move on to the
Mhm.
after that. So, Chayton, would you like to start?
Yeah. I guess we can start with like the Ohio State TCU game. I think that's like maybe one game people might pick TCU in. I have Ohio State. I know TCU has a really tremendous defense, so that's something that can definitely help, especially with the one game kind of thing. Like you win one game, so that's they can cause some problems there. But I don't know. I like Ohio State. I like how they've been playing. They have some good offensive players that can get hot and pretty quickly, and they're streaky, but it's one game, so I'll put my marbles on them getting hot.
Yeah, I have Ohio State in that game too. Bruce Thornton, that's the Ohio
Yep.
State point guard. He's one of the best point guards in the country.
Mhm.
TCU is a great win over Florida, but I feel like at that point in the season, Florida is kind of reeling.
Yeah.
So I think that win's kind of overrated. I'll take Ohio State in that game too.
Yep. And then,
Um,
do you have anything else in that kind of conference or that bracket that you want to touch on?
yeah, so in that region, I have UCLA. Well, I guess we both have UCLA and UConn winning their first round games,
Yep.
but I have UCLA beating UConn in the second round. Uh,
Okay, that's a good pick.
of that game. I don't think UConn are that good.
Hmm.
Um, whenever they play good teams, they lose. Whenever they
Yep.
play, they lost to Marquette.
Yeah.
Maryland beat Marquette.
Yeah.
Maryland. So like I'm not high on UConn. I think UCLA is super underrated. I
Yeah.
think I have them. You guys are gonna see how far I have them going. I'm really high on them. I like Donovan Dent a lot. This is obviously contingent whether he comes back from injury, but I think this isn't the UConn of old with like really really high volume defensive guards and like really solid low post bigs. I mean, they're a great team, but like they can be beat pretty easily. I'll
Yep.
take UCLA to win that game.
I agree. That's also a good kind of game to talk about. Donovan Dent, he's a senior this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's been tremendous for college basketball for like almost like 4 years since he's been in college basketball. San Diego State like last year,
Hmm.
and they the only weakness that UCLA has is like they usually have like a decent defense. Their defense isn't that good this year, but again, like Dent can give you like 30 and yeah, the Dent can give you 30 and 10 this game. Again, like UConn's had a better year than they did last year. They don't really have anybody that I'm really because in my mind when it comes to March, you need somebody on your team that can like
Like you gotta
that can
say a name.
yeah, you need somebody that can carry the load kind of because when sometimes some players the lights might be too bright for certain role players or like other things like that. And when you have a player like Donovan Dent that's been there, I don't really know how you're going to face him.
Yeah. So I guess we can, yeah, let's do by region then. So we
Yeah.
can let's move down to the South region. Uh, any upsets you have in those first two rounds? Any game you want to highlight?
I have Iowa over Clemson.
Okay.
That might be a little bit of an upset. I'm not sure if that's too big of an upset. It's just an 8 versus 9.
Hmm.
I'm not too high on Clemson. They have an 8 man rotation. But like overall, like the team doesn't really scare me. I like how Iowa's been playing. But again, like neither one of those teams are gonna move past the second round for me either way, so it doesn't really matter. And then
Yeah.
my last one would be, or last two technically would be I have Troy over Nebraska and then VCU over North Carolina.
Yeah.
The Troy over Nebraska one is purely just based off of vibes, and I know Troy's has some. They've had some good wins. I've read a little bit about them. I obviously have not watched Troy play
Yeah.
basketball. I
Yeah.
haven't tuned into them, so hopefully they can do me good. And then VCU North Carolina, obviously Caleb is hurt, so I
Yeah.
don't really see that team really performing.
Yeah, Troy is actually a really popular pick because Nebraska's kind of been faltering over the last like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
They had a really, really nice start to the year. They had a bunch of big wins, but
Mhm.
like they've lost some mediocre competition recently. And that's the most high pressure game the program has played in like 10 years because it's
Yeah.
going to be another chance for them to get their first tournament win. They don't have a single tournament win. They're the
Mhm.
only Power 5 school not do not have one. But I I guess this is an upset for you because you had Nebraska losing. But I wanted to talk about Nebraska versus Vanderbilt because that's what I
Okay.
have Nebraska playing Vanderbilt. But
Yeah. Then
Vandy,
You have Vandy winning.
yeah, I've Vandy winning that you have Vandy winning that round. I have Vandy winning that game.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
um, I'm really high on Vanderbilt,
So am I.
and I have them going pretty far as well. I think they get a really fortunate draw playing a potential Sweet 16 of Florida, who they literally just beat like
Yep.
pretty bad. So and Tyler Tanner is one of the best point guards in the country. So
Hmm.
I like Vanderbilt to go pretty far in this tournament.
And then like even their game against like Arkansas, they were playing them like pretty close throughout like the whole game. Like it was just towards the end, like Darius Acuff kind of made timely buckets. Brazil made some timely buckets. Again, like star power took over, but they're kind of hot. They have some momentum. They can use that loss, kind of find good things and move on. So I also have them winning in the second round as well.
All right, so let's move back up to the West region.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll start. I have Utah State beating the shit out of Villanova. Fuck
Yeah.
Kevin Willard. That guy's I hate Kevin Willard, bro. And Utah State is fucking good. Utah State should have been like a 7 or 6 seed.
Yeah.
The fact that they got the 9 against that mid ass fucking Villanova team,
Yep.
bro. They're gonna get up so many threes. They're super athletic down low. Like
Mm-hmm.
Villanova doesn't have a single good win. Bro, I'm a Utah State with confidence. I think we win by 20.
Yeah, Utah State, they're always like good in the Mountain West. They do have two losses to UNLV, which is like a little concerning. But again, like Villanova on the other side, the only thing that I think they have going for them is 3-point shooting, and their 3-point shooting at the same time isn't amazing, which is like kind of unfortunate for a Villanova team that's usually known to have some shooters on their team. So I also have Utah State winning that game. Any other upsets on my end in this conference? No, I think this one's pretty straightforward for me.
So one, I don't have it, but I'll just bring it up for the sake of the pod. But one upset that's like I'm gonna be super high bet on is High Point to beat Wisconsin, because Wisconsin has been the most inconsistent team in the league. Like they lost
Yeah.
to Indiana and then they go on and beat Michigan. So
Mhm.
it's very confusing the way they play. And
Yep.
High Point averages 20 more points. Their point differential is 20. Like
Yeah.
they're outscoring their points by 20 points a game. They're super high powered offense. They're pretty decent defense. I have Wisconsin winning because I think Wisconsin's actually pretty good.
Mhm.
But a lot of people are gonna have High Point in that game.
That could be a value bet. I could see
Yeah.
that.
So we'll end off our sort of round 1 and 2 recap with the Midwest region.
Mhm.
And I guess I can start. One upset I have here, pretty similar to the UNC pick on the going against UNC on the other side. Since JT Toppin is out, I have Akron beating Texas Tech. Texas Tech has one really good player in Christian Anderson, their point guard, but JT Toppin was an All-American first team
Yeah.
player this year. So like I think like they're not gonna be able to make up for his absence.
I see that, but I don't know. I have a feeling like because I don't know. I'm like maybe they can win one game. They won't get upset in the first round, but yeah, JT Toppin going down.
Yeah,
It's a pretty big loss,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
The one thing I'd actually real quick going back to the West, if BYU had Richie Saunders, I would be a little bit more inclined to pick them over Zaga.
I'm super close to doing it right now. The only issue is they don't have Richie Saunders.
Richie Saunders average.
Hey,
He's like their
bro.
second best scorer. He like that's a lot of points you got to make up. But again, you have AJ on that team, so I don't know. But if he was healthy, I would pick BYU over Zaga.
AJ is still tempting me to consider it, bro.
Yeah, and again, their point guard Rob Wright. He's also very good. Like them two, a dynamic duo. Like they can win 2 games by themselves potentially. So that can be a little change for me maybe before
Yeah,
tomorrow.
potentially. And I guess if nothing else, I'll sort of tease in the Sweet 16 roundup with another upset that I have in this region.
Well, real quick,
Yeah.
in my Midwest for the
Yeah.
second round, I
Yeah.
have Tennessee beating Virginia, and then I have Kentucky beating Iowa State.
I have Kentucky going out in the first round.
Oh, really?
I hate Kentucky,
I
but the
fuck with
Tennessee pick
Kentucky.
is interesting to me.
You said Tennessee?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm really high on Gillespie and Ament, so I think that they like that's a pretty good front court. So I think if they rebound well, they play some good defense. It's a hard front court you got to guard. So I think they
Yeah.
can a little star power there can get them a little bit of a run.
It's so hard for me to pick that game because both of those teams choke so much, bro.
Yeah,
Tennessee chokes and Virginia is like
no,
Virginia. Yeah,
Virginia's
Virginia.
not.
Yeah,
And then
but
for Kentucky, it's I'm just a huge fan of Owe. So like I he's had a tremendous season. So I think if
he's
he's
great. Yeah.
rolling, they have a chance, and they have a chance pretty much. So that's a little upset there for me.
So for the upset that I tease, and this will lead us into our Sweet 16 because I have this team making the Sweet 16. I not only have Akron beating Texas Tech, I then have Akron also beating Alabama.
Oh wow.
So I have Akron in the Sweet 16.
Oh wow.
And I think this is just a really fortunate draw for a really, really good and underrated Akron program.
Mm-hmm.
They're insane from three. They're top 10 in threes. They're insane from two, top 10 in twos, and they get up the most threes in the league. They
Yeah,
if there's a case for a team to get super hot in the tournament, it's
it was
they
them.
shoot a lot of threes and they make a lot of threes.
Yeah,
So
that is true.
this is just a super, super high flying offense against a Texas Tech program without their best player and an Alabama program. I think that's like, I forgot the name of their point guard. Is like really, really, uh, who's the Bama point guard? And he's going to go high in the draft. Phylon.
Yeah.
I think they're really dependent on him. So I'll pick Akron to go to the Sweet 16.
Did didn't they have like a good team last year too?
No, I don't think so.
I thought they won like 20. I thought they won more than like 20 games last year.
Oh, maybe, but I don't know if they made the tournament. I'm not sure.
I thought they did. I thought they got bounced first round.
Maybe you could be right. I just don't remember them.
Yeah. I also apparently their defense is really ass.
If they're all offense, bro.
Yeah, one of the one of the things that people say is like their defense can't stop anything.
Yeah. Are you looking at the
Yeah.
sleeper? Yeah. That's
It's pretty
sleeper's
funny.
the best app to do this on, bro. Yeah, the
I,
little
I like
blurbs
I
they
like
give
how
you
they
are
do it
so yeah,
because if like some people don't like really pay attention to certain teams, they can kind of still make an educated guess based off like comparing to
exactly.
defensive and weaknesses and strengths for the two teams.
Exactly.
But yeah, we can then start moving on to our Sweet 16 then.
Yeah. So I guess both of ours are gonna be different. So I guess you want to
Yeah.
just go region by region and we'll just like
Yeah.
get to the final four from there.
Mhm.
So in the East region, I'll start.
Mhm.
So my Sweet 16 is I have Duke playing St. John's,
Okay.
and I have Michigan State playing UCLA.
Okay. I have Duke playing Kansas, and then I
Okay.
have Michigan State playing UCLA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kansas over St. John's.
Yeah,
Is
I
that just
picked
the Darren Peterson effect?
this is a DP thing. Again,
Mm.
like bro, he's too good, bro.
Yeah, he's incredible. But he's
Yeah.
had a little bit of a rough patch in the Big 12 tournament, and
He
St.
did.
John's is gonna have a conference chip. That's why I picked St. John's there.
They are rolling right now.
And funny enough that you mentioned they're rolling, I have St. John's beating Duke
Oh
and,
wow.
and going to the Elite Eight.
Oh wow. So I
Yes.
have Duke beating Kansas.
See, this is the thing, bro. Duke is down 2 starters now.
They
So
are.
yeah. So they're down their center, they're down their point guard. So
Yeah.
I love Cam Boozer. Bro, if in my opinion, bro, if you're struggling against Virginia, you're gonna have a tough time
But
against the St.
again,
John.
if Caden is also playing as good as he played in the tournament, I think that helps him a lot too. At the same time,
I just don't think Caden's good at basketball, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
you don't think so? I mean,
No.
all he can really do is like back down the defender and go to the post. But
Yeah.
he was hitting his threes. So
Yeah, for sure. And Isaiah Evans is incredible,
yeah,
but St. John's the best defense, the second best defense in the country to Houston.
Mhm.
So I think if they key in on Cam, bro, I think if you take him out, I think it might be over. So
That's a good take. I can see that.
I'll go St. John's. I know it's a hot take, but it's
That's a good upset pick.
yeah.
And then I have Michigan beating UCLA.
I have UCLA beating Michigan State.
Okay. I'm solely doing this because Michigan they have too much like history, the coaching and everything. Like I don't think that that team is gonna like go out there as a 3 seed and lose again. Like Jeremy Fears, he's pretty good. He knows what he's
Pretty
doing.
dirty, bro. That guy,
Yeah,
that guy's a scammer.
he is a scammer at the same time. That is also true. But the team plays hard. They play pretty fast. I think they're pretty top. They're like top 10 or top 15 in pace in the country, which really helps against a UCLA team that doesn't have a good defense. If you can get them in transition, I think that helps. But if Donovan Dent goes off against them, I don't really know how you're going to stop that. But it's a game I think Michigan can win.
Yeah, this is mostly because I saw them play and UCLA beat them. Like
Yeah,
I've already seen this game before, and I think UCLA is better now than they were back then. And I think Michigan State is a little overrated.
yeah.
So I was down at Michigan State the whole year. I think UCLA is super underseeded. So
Mm-hmm.
I think
The
I'll
third
take
seed is a
UCLA.
little crazy.
Yeah, so I'll take UCLA to get to the Elite Eight.
Okay,
And so after that, let's go to
we'll go
the
to the
South
south.
region.
Yeah,
Do you want to start with this one?
yeah. I have Florida and Vandy,
Yes, so do I.
and then I have Florida beating Vandy.
I do not.
Okay, and then I have Illinois and Houston,
Yes.
and then I have Houston beating Illinois.
I'm so conflicted on this one. I've been cycling
Two
forward Reed have it has it for like for Illinois winning.
really, really good players, really good guards that are going to be playing against each other in that game.
I know, dude. I think Illinois is like a better roster, bro. But I have not seen Illinois beat a good team yet this season.
Houston's roster again, like they're known for defense, and this year's defense is still a really good defense, but it's not like as like good compared to their other defenses.
Yeah,
But like offensively, they're better than their other like teams' offenses. Like
no,
this,
they're way better than their other Houston offenses, but they're still so dependent on Kingston Flemings, though, bro.
true, and he's also a freshman.
For today, right before we started the episode, and I made the bracket, I had Illinois beating Houston, so I'll stick to that. But I might change it. I don't know.
Okay.
Damn, we have completely different. We've gone against each other in every single match.
Every single one, yeah. And then Florida and Vandy. I think this is gonna be a really good game. Florida was struggling, but their backcourt, they both of them, Xavier and Lee and Boogie Fland, like they found something. Again, like I think this is Lee's first tournament. I'm pretty sure the lights are gonna be pretty bright for him. A lot of people are gonna expect a lot out of him. So
they've been bright for the whole season, bro. He's
turned up a little bit though. He started turning up.
He's had a good 2 weeks for sure. He's had a good 2 weeks.
It's nothing to put him in like draft stocks or anything like that. Yeah, like people thought in the beginning, but he's slowly playing better. But I don't know that they have experience. Obviously, they know what they're doing. A lot of their roster like was on the team last year, like Thomas Ha. I don't know how to pronounce that power forward's name. Logan Chinamile or what?
Yeah,
he's
Ruben,
very
Ruben.
good on the defensive end. He's really good. But yeah, I think they got it.
Again, I saw this game like 2 days ago, so I'll just pick Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Florida wasn't injured that game. They both had the same amount of games played before.
They lost by a lot too.
So like they didn't have an answer for Tyler Tanner. I don't see them having an answer for Tyler Tanner again. Like maybe the experience, but only Tommy Howe and Conan were on the roster last year that are still on the roster this year. So I think other teams have a tournament experience. I'll take Vanderbilt.
Florida also, I think they shot like 25% from three that game.
Elite defense, bro.
I don't know, bro. I don't see Florida shooting 25% from that. I mean, all you gotta do is make them do it for one game. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all again. We could be completely wrong, and Northern Iowa could be here, bro. Like this is all like we're just picking. Like we don't know shit at the end of the day. Like,
yeah, that's very true.
Anything happen. That's the beauty of it. So we have the two teams there, right? So let's go back up to the West.
Mm-hmm.
So I have. This is right here, right? Yeah. So I have Arizona, obviously, and Arkansas. And I have Purdue and Gonzaga. Pretty chalk.
Same exact thing.
I don't know if you have the same victors, though. I picked Arkansas to beat Arizona.
Oh.
Yes. Dude, I think Darius Jacob might be my favorite college player ever.
Really?
Dude. Besides Derek Queen, of course. My favorite non-Maryland college player ever. Like, Arizona. I tuned into Arkansas games this year. You know how crazy that is?
That is true. That is true.
like it's such an irrelevant, like as Calipari, but dude, he's averaging like 24 points a game on 50,
Mhm.
40, 80, bro. He is
Yep.
disgusting. That's better than some people in the league. So
That,
I'll
but
take, yeah,
on the other side, again, he's not as good as Darius Akov, but
for
they
sure.
do
No,
have Braden
Braden
Burns.
Braden is tough. Koa Pete is tough. Jacob
Rookie is
Bradley is
tough. Like the
tough
team
too.
is again, like actually Arkansas, like one of their Malik Thomas, he was like one of their high really rated prospects. He had a really good game at the end of the
Yeah.
tournament. So like if he also plays like the way he played in the tournament, that can be a scary team. But I don't know, man. Again, like the number was
This
some.
could change,
There's
bro.
always
But
a number one seed that ends up like not doing what they're supposed to do. I don't know if it'll be this Arizona team though.
thing is, my whole life, bro. If I see Arizona in a basketball tournament, I pick against them.
That is true.
But
It's
it
like if
low key
there's a
bad
team to
so.
do it, it's gonna be Arizona.
It's not like Arizona or Purdue. So like
Yeah.
I'll I know you're probably right, and I'll probably switch this on Thursday, just pick Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
But I just really want to see like one of these freshmen have like a great college run, like great tournament
Yeah.
run. And I have DeBanza going out early. I have Darren Peterson going out early. I even have Cam Boozer going out kind of early.
Mm-hmm.
So if Darius Akov could do it, that'd be kind of sick.
Yeah. That's a good pick. Like they have a good roster and they have the star power and the coaching. So like if they win, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
And then on the other side, I have Purdue winning.
yeah. I
Just for the
finally get
sole
to pick.
purpose because Zaga lost by 40 to Michigan. There's no way a team that loses by 40 to is gonna make a Final Four or an Elite Eight. Like that's crazy
Dude,
work.
yeah, dude. Zaga killed us, but like we were low-key in the game for like 10 minutes. If we're competing with a basketball team, then they shouldn't even be that high seed.
And don't get me wrong, like Purdue is also like one of those teams where like they're like a regular season team too as well. It's kind of like two regular season teams playing each other.
Yeah.
So
But Purdue made a national championship at least 2 years
yeah,
ago. That
yeah,
year.
and they do have a very, very good point guard.
He's disgusting, bro. Very
Yeah,
disgusting.
very good.
So and then the last region, uh,
This is
I'm gonna change my bracket so much, bro, because I don't know. I don't know if I feel comfortable saying Michigan and Akron in the same sentence.
there's no way you have Akron winning though, right?
I know, of course not.
Okay.
But I have Michigan, Akron, and then Iowa State and Virginia is pretty normal.
Okay, I have Michigan, Alabama, and then Tennessee and Kentucky.
Give Kentucky this high.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then but then I have Tennessee beating Kentucky,
Okay.
and then Michigan obviously beating Alabama.
Okay. So you both have Michigan there, and I have Virginia beating Iowa State.
Yeah.
So Michigan, Virginia. So I guess we can cycle back.
Yep.
So we're in the Elite Eight.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I have St. John's and UCLA, and I have St. John's in the Final Four.
Wow, that's kind of what they needed after like last year. They didn't have a good tournament last year. They were a pretty high seeded team last year too. So if they make a Final Four this year, that'd be really good for that program.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I have Duke, Michigan, obviously, and then I have Duke winning. Again, Cam Boozer, Isaiah Evans, like I think they'll do it even against a Michigan State team too. I think it's a pretty good matchup for them. I think they'll be able to pull one out. So I have them making the Final Four.
All right, bet. So you have Michigan. You have Duke from there. I have St. John's, and for me in the South, I have Illinois and Vandy,
Okay.
and I have Illinois making the Final Four. See, this is going to be
Okay.
so different when I change this to Houston in like 2 days. But I have Illinois in the Final Four as of now.
So I have Florida versus Houston, and then I have Houston making the Final Four.
Yeah.
I think I'm very, very high on Houston. You guys will see. So you'll see. I don't know. I don't know why. It's maybe like 25% vibes pick, but at the same time, like they do have a really good roster.
Yeah, they do a really good roster. In the West, I have Purdue versus Arkansas.
Okay.
And to continue the Darius Akov run, I have Arkansas getting to the Final Four.
Nice. So I have Arizona versus Purdue. And then sticking with Braden Burries, I'm going to have Arizona going to the Final Four.
And the final Midwest, I have Michigan versus Virginia. And I have Michigan, my only one seed in the Final Four.
I have Michigan versus Tennessee, and then I have Michigan beating Tennessee.
All right, so we're here, the Final Four.
Yep.
The first region's Final Four, the first side, I have Illinois versus St. John's, and I have St. John's in the national championship.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. I have Duke versus Houston. This is where Duke's run ends. They always end up faltering somehow at one point before making it to the big stage.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it happens.
That
Houston
happened last
comes
year at
out.
this exact same time to the exact same team.
Yep. And this is where Houston comes out, and they get to go back to the championship game and maybe win and get some revenge back from last season.
True. And in the other Final Four game, I have Michigan versus Arkansas,
Okay.
and I have Michigan making the
Okay.
national championship game.
I have Arizona versus Michigan, and then I have Arizona making the national championship game.
Okay, so you have Arizona versus
Houston. Yep.
and I have St. John's versus Michigan.
And I have
So
Houston winning.
yes, and I have I have Michigan winning this game. I have Michigan winning the national championship.
That would have been crazy, bro. But yeah, I'm that Michigan team. They're very good. They're kind of strong in like all positions. So I wouldn't be surprised if they end up going and winning it out. But I want to see the Houston team go out and win it. Like last year, they're very very close. It came down literally to like the end of the game, and they weren't made. It was like a little faulty inbounds play where they didn't get a proper shot off. I think this year, if they make it back to that stage, they won't make that same mistake. It'd be
Yeah.
crazy if they did though. If you went back to the national championship game and you lose twice in a row, that would be unfortunate.
Yeah, like if I was to switch my Houston Illinois pick, I would also have Houston beating St. John's. So like again, like it's like splitting hairs for me.
Yeah.
They're like then not going to national championship game, but they're so good. Like
Yeah.
If when you finally pair like a decent defense with like a offensive playmaker like Kingston Fleming's, like it's so nice.
Yeah.
But the Michigan, bro, Michigan's been at least second best team in the country the whole year, and I would have picked Duke if Duke was healthy, but they're not. So I think Michigan matched up pretty well against Duke, and Duke were fully healthy. So I'll take Michigan to win the whole thing. They're really really good.
Yeah. Not that like depth really matters in college basketball. Michigan does. They don't have their backup point guard, which like Elliot Cadeau's really streaky. Like he could be really good one game, he could be really really bad one game, and that's kind of when you do have like a kind of sound backup point guard, he can help. But if Cadeau plays a good tournament, then they'll be a hard team to stop.
Yeah. Wow. What a bracket. And this is a pretty good, pretty concise episode too.
Yeah, it was good. I think we had some same matchups but different outcomes. Both of us had couple upsets in like the Sweet 16, Elite 8 a little bit. So it was definitely some good matchups. We'll come back on every couple days when we do like NBA episodes, and we'll probably start off with just give you guys updates on how our bracket's doing and like how the tournament's going on. But other than that, is there anything else you want to add on about anything?
No. Should be
all right. Then I think that's all we have for you guys today. We'll probably come back out with another episode in a couple of days with like NBA updates, and then again talking about the tournament and how it's going. But until then, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Off the Dribble Pod, and we will see you guys next episode. Peace.